Most of us, if there are gods up there, I guess most of us are just chosen to be ordinary. And we are very unfortunate to live in times where everybody is encouraged to be extraordinary. Because now that you have no choice but to carry this burden, that you have to become something that you're not made. It's like driving a Honda and wanting to go from 0 to about 100 in less than a second. Well, that's not the way Hondas work. It takes you 5, 6, 7 hours to get it to go to 100. If on the other hand, you have just bought a Porsche, it goes from 0 to 900 in less than a second. You can expect that. But when you live in a culture where all Hondas are told you can go 0 to 90 in a second, well, you have a lot of cars breaking apart in the middle of the highway. I'd like to think that most of us are just born to be ordinary, because being ordinary really in some ways is just being exceptional, especially our time. Have a relatively nice companion, go to school, get a job, be a decent, relatively decent, compassionate human being. Take care of your parents, despite all the awful things that they have done to you. Just do the basics and you realize how extraordinary it is to just be ordinary. Life once in a while creates extraordinary people. I don't know how that happens. So Sophocles wrote a play long time ago. It's about Oedipus. Such a great time to live, where you're born and you just know that your fate is simply to get married and have kids and just die. That's all you gotta do. Once in a while, there is this story that's floating around in society, kind of like Herod, times of Christ, that there is this kid who is going to be born and he's going to be the new king. He's going to overthrow this corrupt government and he himself is going to sit in the throne. That's Jesus Christ. So what does Herod do? Kill all the kids, all the infants. So you have Lias and Jocasta, these two parents. One night, she takes a shower and she's wearing her nightgown and her husband comes in and he says to her, "Oh my God, you look beautiful. Maybe lay together." And of course the wife says, "Yes, my king." And after 5, 6, 7 hours of sex, she looks at her man and says, "I'm pregnant." That's how things used to work. And as they're overjoyed with this news, all of a sudden they hear the story that your child is going to kill his father and sleep with his mother. And so, unable to kind of just butcher their own kid, they talk to a servant and say, "Can you just go and take care of this kid, leave him outside somewhere or kill him?" And the shepherd takes him out, but unable to kill the child. The child is adopted at the age of 2 days old. He is a beautiful child. He loves his parents. He doesn't know that he's been adopted, but he loves his parents, you see. And then he hears the story that he is supposed to kill his father and have sex with his mother. He leaves and he does everything because he thinks he is free, that somehow he's able to change the destiny that was written for him. Consider this for a moment. If you believe in fate, if you believe that there are gods up there who have written a script for your life, the only responsibility and journey you have to take is find a place where you accept the story that was written for you. There is wisdom in the story. Don't change the script. If you're black, that's your story. If you're white, that's your story. If you're in a relationship where you don't love your companion, that is your story. That is what the gods have destined for you. And you know how difficult it is to accept the story, the narrative that is filled with pain and suffering. Let me tell you some of these shamans that have been around, these magicians, these gifted rishis, seers, who have told all of us what our story is. Do not store your treasures down here. It's a den of thieves. Don't expect your life to be a happy one. It won't be. Accept it. Don't get married for love and happiness. It'll never happen. Another narrative, the prodigal son. All kids will go astray. They will get everything wrong. Another narrative from the Buddha. All of life is suffering. And we suffer for one reason. We are the sort of animals that form relationships, emotional relationships. And in all relationships you expect, and all expectations will end in disappointment. Accept it. Pain is the foundation of life, period. It's beautiful, isn't it?